In the vast landscape of human development, the idea of retardation takes on a different meaning, one that extends beyond medical definitions and taps into our cognitive abilities. To retard something, in essence, is to delay its progress. Imagine someone trying to climb a steep, rocky mountain without the right gear or knowledge. They could have the strength to ascend, yet without tools or wisdom, every step feels like a crawl, their potential stymied by lack of experience or knowledge. This situation mirrors our mental capabilities. If we lack knowledge in a specific area, be it mathematics, social interactions, or mechanical skills, it's as if we've hit a speed bump that slows down our personal growth. Each individual has specific subjects where growth is retarded, not due to a lack of innate ability, but because nobody can master everything. Every learner, regardless of their intelligence, will inevitably encounter areas where their development is hindered, underscoring the shared nature of our learning journeys. But what drives this phenomenon? Enter ignorance, a much more complex state than it appears. Ignorance isn't merely the absence of knowledge, it's a more profound condition of being unaware or uninformed. Picture a serene, sunlit study filled with books and resources, yet someone chooses to shut their eyes to the available wisdom. Ignorance becomes a mental break, one that prevents us from charging forward into realms of understanding. When we remain blissfully unaware of certain facts, we are effectively preventing ourselves from leveraging that knowledge, trapping ourselves in a static state. This chooses to pull the emergency brake on our cognitive development. Without the momentum of new information pushing us forward, our brains remain confined and stagnate in their evolution, stunting our intellectual growth. What happens next in this relentless cycle? There exists an intricate connection between ignorance and our rejection of truth, forming a cycle that many find difficult to escape. As we delve deeper into the psychology of ignorance, we encounter what can be called a hole in our knowledge. Imagine a puzzle where pieces are conspicuously missing. Each vacant space signifies a gap in our understanding. To acknowledge these gaps can be uncomfortable. Thus, we might construct biases as protective measures. This psychological resistance becomes a fortress, one that shields us from the discomfort of being wrong. Instead of embracing the challenge of filling in those gaps with new information, our minds harden, ensuring our ignorance persists and solidifies. In this environment of misunderstanding, the individual becomes prone to a condition where truth is elusive. The more one opts for ignorance, the greater the hindrance on their ability to process facts accurately. It's a self-imposed delay, preventing mental agility and reinforcing the retardation of one's grasp on reality. Each area of ignorance compounds the problem, creating a muddled mishmash of beliefs ungrounded in facts. Here lies the irony. By clinging to ignorance, a person makes their overall ability to discern valid information increasingly fragile, creating a vicious cycle that keeps their cognitive capabilities in a state of stagnation. Now let's draw a clearer connection. To summarize this intricate logic, we can illustrate it as a straightforward cause and effect scenario. Ignorance serves as the cause. An absence of input into our minds prevents us from expanding our horizons. The consequence is retardation, slowed or halted cognitive progress. By resisting learning, one simultaneously guarantees that they will remain behind in their developmental trajectory. As we conclude this exploration, it's crucial to acknowledge the role of cognitive biases in perpetuating this state of ignorance. Biases are like unseen chains that bind us to our existing beliefs, often distorting our perceptions and clouding our judgment. They create ears, trapping us in the comfort of our preconceived notions. To evolve, we must strive to recognize these biases. Only then can we dismantle the mental roadblocks that keep us from progressing. In a world filled with information at our fingertips, the challenge we face is not the lack of knowledge, but rather our reliance on comfort over challenge. As we navigate through life, how can we nurture a curiosity that dismantles ignorance? The process requires active engagement, a willingness to confront discomfort, and the courage to embrace the unfamiliar. With each step taken toward understanding, the chains of ignorance weaken. Growth becomes possible, paving the way for expanded horizons and enriched perspectives. So, what does this all mean for your journey? It's an invitation to embrace the pursuit of knowledge wholeheartedly. Each question you ask, every new concept you explore, is a step away from the stagnation of ignorance. Seek out challenging ideas, engage in conversations that stir your beliefs, and open your mind to the multitude of unknowns. Push through the discomfort of being wrong. It's this very struggle that fuels growth and understanding. Remember that knowledge isn't a destination, it's an ongoing journey, and every person you encounter along the way carries unique insights waiting to be uncovered. As you challenge yourself to confront your biases, you'll find that the world becomes a richer tapestry, woven with facts, ideas, and perspectives that contribute to your overall development. In this quest for knowledge, be patient with yourself. Growth takes time. Celebrate small victories and remain steadfast in your commitment to learning. Let every stumble serve as a lesson rather than a defeat. In doing so, you'll not only advance your own understanding, but inspire those around you to embark on their paths of discovery. Together, we can create a vibrant community eager to learn, challenge ignorance, and foster a collective growth that embraces the beauty of knowledge in all its forms. Each step you take on this journey ripples outwards, igniting curiosity in others, and ultimately leading to a world that celebrates learning as the foundation for progress. So the next time you find yourself confronted with ignorance, be it your own or others, remember the power of recognition. Acknowledge the gaps in your understanding, and let that acknowledgement fuel your desire to learn. With every spark of curiosity ignited, you elevate not just yourself but those around you, igniting a chain reaction of growth and enlightenment. Let us all strive toward a future where bias loses its grip, where knowledge is eagerly sought, and where the journey of learning becomes a universal endeavor.